Hey, what's up, y'all? Marjake79 here. I don't think I've ever talked about the X-Men animated series on this channel before. That stops today. The X-Men, the animated series from the 90s, was my entry way into becoming a Marvel fan. Not even just an X-Men fan, but the original animated series, the X-Men and Spider-Man, was my introduction to Marvel. That's why I'm a fan today. And this new entry into the Disney Plus, X-Men 97, was pure perfection. I loved every second of it. I just wanted to take a second to just express my love for it and express to Marvel Studios, this is what we want in the movies. This is what we need. The team camaraderie, Cyclops actually being a hero and a leader, them putting the team together and going out and doing missions, Wolverine kind of being a side character, but not the overall getting the majority of the scenes. Don't get me wrong, I love Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. He'll always be one of my favorite movie characters. But, the shine that he got in the movies, outsourcing every other X-Men, always kind of bothered me a bit. But this one, everybody got their chance to shine. Storm, always been one of my favorite X-Men, really getting to showcase her powers. So good. I loved it. Probably my favorite character. Cyclops, again, getting to showcase his leadership skills and actually show that he's really good at Kung Fu, not just shoot his optic blast, to take out dudes. He's actually a formidable fighter. Jean Grey, while pregnant, still able to kind of fulfill the Professor X role to take over Cerebro to help find mutants and other things. Super cool. Jubilee, definitely the fun-loving teenage member of the group still. I really enjoy her powers. So cool. She's got like fireworks out of her fingertips or whatnot, can cause explosions. So cool. Then we have Rogue, who still has the powers of Miss Marvel, super strength, flight, super cool, man. She is a fully capable member of the X-Men. I just love her attitude. I did not know that her and Magneto dated before in the show. I had completely forgotten that aspect of that comic book in the show. So that was really very intriguing to see. Poor Gambit. Speaking of Gambit, always cool to see him use his kinetic energy to make stuff explode. Really found it cool when he teamed up with Wolverine to take out the Sentinel, put his kinetic powers onto the claws, sliced the Sentinel at the neck, made its head explode. Super cool animations. I know a lot of people were having issues with some of the classic animations, but like I said, I was right at home. I really was. I don't really see any complaints or valid complaints that's being made with this show. It's kind of crazy to me. Now, on a few of the complaints that I've seen across some of the Facebook groups, of course, with anything Disney, people like to use the term woke. Honestly, I really don't even know where, how. I know maybe Rogue's proportions, they kind of took away her waistline. Whatever, dude. I get it, I guess, but not really that big of a deal. I've heard some issues with Jubilee being Asian. That's just ridiculous. Listen, that's what I've seen. I would post the pictures of people's literal comments, but I just don't really think that's necessary. But I just got to point that out for the purpose of the review. I think those criticisms are absolutely ridiculous. The show was great, man. Like the fact that Magneto has come in, taking the place of Charles Xavier, who fortunately passed away at the end of the series. He is now the de facto leader of the X-Men. He is actively trying to turn over a new leaf and trying to live out Charles Xavier's dream. He is not hell-bent on eliminating the human species. He is trying to correlate both the mutant and human species together, kind of like how Martin Luther King Jr., that was his dream all along in the civil rights movement. So it looks like he has taken up that role instead of the Malcolm X perspective of the by any means necessary. Gotta love it, man. But, I go back and forth between that as a Black American myself. So, but it's I love it. I really do. It's a cool concept for his character, especially in the second episode where they had a terrorist come in. Then Storm got hit with a specific weapon that took away her powers. And Magneto, it seemed like he fully intended on assassinating the person responsible along with other judges and world leaders. But he wanted to showcase that he had truly turned over a new leaf, and he was trying to actively live out Charles Xavier's dream. But he did warn the world leaders that if he was provoked, that he wouldn't hesitate to go back to the Malcolm X ways of by any means necessary. So I love it, man. I think this is probably the best Disney Plus show that I've seen, at least Marvel related, in quite some time. Like I said, when it comes to the animated Marvel stuff, I mean, we've seen some gems, but it looks like they've really started something big here, and I really hope it continues. I'm so excited, man. We have a lot of branching off storylines that I am definitely interested in. I'm very curious to see if Scott and Jean are going to branch off with their own family and will separate themselves from the X-Men and really let Magneto have full leadership. I'm very curious to see where Storm takes us. Her lack of powers now at this point, how long or how many episodes we're going to go without having Storm as a core part of the X-Men without her powers. So I was definitely curious to see where they take Gambit and Rogue as well. This kind of love triangle situation that they got going on. Rogue and Magneto clearly having a rekindled ship of a relationship, where Gambit kind of getting left in the dust there. Then we have the Wolverine hijinks as well. That's always fun, the wisecracks and the jokes. So I'm very excited, man. I cannot wait for the next episode to drop. Drops on Wednesday. Of course, in my heart of hearts, I would love to see Spider-Man maybe make a cameo appearance as well. Like I said, Spider-Man and the X-Men back in the 90s, that was the bee's knees, man. So, we clearly have the Daily Planet listed or shown in this show. So he exists in this dimension or this world. So very excited to see what happens next. Definitely my hopes. Please, for the love of God, don't take away the leadership skills and fighting capability of Cyclops that you showcased in the first couple of episodes. That was by far my favorite aspect of the show so far. I have definitely become a Cyclops simp. Please don't take that away from me. I felt right at home, man. I'd be so devastated if they kind of turned that away since his son is born now. That would suck. Also, I'd be a happy camper if we seen Jean Grey back in the Phoenix costume. That'd make me a happy boy. Also, where's Mystique at? We need to get her back in action. We also need to get Psylocke back in action. Go ahead and throw Apocalypse in there too, man. I can't wait. I am so excited. This is my favorite TV show currently on any of the streaming platforms right now. And I'm reliving my childhood. Yay! All right, man, y'all know the drill. If you enjoyed the show, if you enjoyed my take on it, do me a favor, hit that like button. Also, if you wouldn't mind hitting that share button, I really appreciate that. That helps the channel grow, and that lets YouTube know that y'all appreciate the X-Men and MarkJack79. You can follow me at MarkJack79. I'm also on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. I would appreciate the support on those platforms as well. If you want to see more X-Men content like this, just let me know, man. I might do a take on every single episode that comes out. We don't know yet. Just depends on how this video does. As always, thanks for the support and love you guys. And I will see y'all on the next one. Catch you later. Bye.